Hello, my darlings. Hope you're all doing well. Bless Lily here. Welcome to this wax reading where we're going to be taking a look at what's written in the stars for you. As usual, I'm going to do a little bit of an energy check-in so you guys can make sure that this is the right reading for you. If you feel that the energy check-in doesn't resonate with you, don't worry, my darlings. I'm going to be putting out more and more videos. But if you feel that the energy check-in resonance is over 50%, definitely watch this reading. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Broken-hearted, feeling of not necessarily belonging, feeling that there's something missing, loneliness. Some of you might be still crying over a person that broke your heart. There's this energy of feeling like you're not connecting with people on a deeper level. Some of you might be far away from home at this particular time, a place that you were born. You're also mourning the past, more peaceful times, more stable times. You might be very affected by what is going on in the world, and it's literally making you sad. There's also an indication that for quite a few of you, you're wondering whether you should relocate, whether relocation is a different to a different place is the best move for you. And it feels like at this particular moment, at least, you're not really resonating with the energies of the world. You're like, you know what, this is breaking my heart. You might have been watching a lot of things that make you upset on the internet. Also, for some of you, there's a long distance connection with somebody. You might be talking, you might not be talking, but it feels like somebody who's dear to your heart is at a distance. You might know a couple of languages. And again, they keep on telling me something that has to do maybe with social media, with the news, that's making you feel very upset. You might even be watching sad movies. You might be watching some sort of doramas, I don't know, something that's making you feel upset. But there's a connection to the world, connection to the internet. And in one way or another, you're trying to heal your broken heart. The energy of coldness. The energy of coldness that comes in from some sort of man. Coldness, ignoring, a person who can't understand your feelings, but is trying to rationalize everything. You're looking for something new. You're craving something new, a breath of fresh air. At work, you might be looking at a different approach. You might be working with new people. You might have people that are going to go into training with you. There's this energy where you are responsible for somebody who is younger. Those could be your children. Those could be people with less experience than you are. And definitely this energy of new collaboration or a recent collaboration that's coming up over here changes when we're talking about your workers, co-workers over here, the Queen of Pentacles. And you're trying to find a way to combine emotions with some sort of strategy. So you're looking for stability, emotional stability, physical stability, financial stability, and you seem to be a little bit lost. You're wondering whether your strategy is good, but the thing is, you don't understand that for quite a few people, you're a pillar of strength over here. A pillar of strength. But sometimes you're trying to light up the path of others to the point of burning out yourself. So it's just something that you need to pay attention to. If that sounds like you, my darlings, keep on watching. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is written in the stars for you. So I've got this beautiful candle for you today, my darlings. What is written in the stars for you? Let's see. Well, I will tell you straight away, love. Because literally, look at the hearts. Look at the hearts over here, the heart over here, the heart over here. Love that comes, interesting, it comes through animals in one way or another. So this could be an indication of meeting somebody through literally walking your dog, or through adopting, or through working with animals. For others of you, this talks about connecting with your totem animal. Your totem animal holds the key. And soon, if you haven't connected with your totem animal, soon you're going to connect with them. You're going to go into exploration, and you're leaving some sort of trail over here, which talks about your ideas, knowledge, and experience living way past you, spreading to the love to other people, to generations, leaving your name. It's almost like it has a very positive aura. When people will remember you long after you're gone, there's this energy of remembering you with love, appreciation, and gratitude. You're meant to experience love in very different aspects. And I feel for quite a few of you, you've experienced something that you thought was love, but was more about codependent relationships, trauma bonds, love that was turned, twisted into something that made you feel like it doesn't resonate. How can love cause this much pain? How can love be that ruthless? I feel like a lot of you have been asking yourselves that. How can this person who's supposed to love me treat me this way? And this could be coming from your parents, from your siblings, from your friends, from your relatives. I see a lot of you disconnected from your family, or you're on the verge of cutting cords. On the verge of cutting cords for a lot of you. So it's definitely written in the stars for you, my darlings, to break certain bonds, even if the society frowns upon it, even if it makes you feel like you are a traitor, or you've been called a traitor. But I see for a lot of you, you're meant to challenge a lot of understandings, a lot of traditions, because you are meant to experience love in its truest, purest form. And if you haven't gotten to that part of your life yet, this is a fantastic sign, an amazing sign that you're very, very close to it. For my lovely ladies, especially over here, I feel like your femininity, I feel like your freedom has been taken away from you in one way or another, as if your life, as if you were expected to dedicate your life to someone else, to dedicate your dreams, to give up on a lot of things. I feel a lot of you, you've been told to be quiet, not to speak up, to be wise. Yeah? In other words, to stop being uncomfortable for other people. But it's written in the stars for you guys to break a lot of bonds, to set yourself free, maybe to relocate, maybe to travel, because I see you being molded into something that you are not. And then I see an amazing transformational process that, yes, is going to take some time, and yes, it's very painful, but it's your freedom you're fighting for. Your soul is fighting for freedom. Your soul is fighting to remove the obstacles and remove old programs that have to do with love, with relationships, with freedom, with the ability to feel and experience love. It's also written in the stars for you guys to go through very different experiences that a lot of people wouldn't be able to handle. But it's also they're telling me about your limits. Because I'm getting somebody who's incredibly strong over here, and you keep pushing your limits. But it's also written in the stars for you not to have to fight, not to have to struggle all the time. There will come a time very soon where you will just say, you know what? I am no longer fighting to be loved. I'm no longer fighting to be accepted. So you will come to the realization where it's okay if not everybody likes you, as long as you like yourself. And I feel for a lot of you, my darlings, either you're going to do some sort of energy work, or you might write a book, or you might create some sort of podcast, or have a YouTube channel, or some sort of other method of communicating with the world that's going to do wonders. For some of you, what I'm seeing, especially if you're connected to medicine, is that you are going to be the healer not only of the body but of the soul as well. So I'm getting spirituality, psychology, I'm getting things that have to do with arts, I'm getting things that have to do with self-expression, and I'm getting a lot of things that have to do with love. And the way that you're going to receive this love is amazing, because it's not only from one person. It really isn't. I do see that energy for you as well, but here I'm literally getting people who are applauding you, people who are standing up from their seats to applaud you, people who are sending you great messages of encouragement, messages of gratitude. Because you are going to affect people by simply being the most authentic version of yourself. I do see influence, even if you don't mean to influence people, even if you're just going to share your story, your thoughts, your desires, your ambitions, your creations with the world, this is going to be influence enough. I'm getting a lot of gentle power. And people will find a lot of support just by listening to you, looking at you, watching your creations, whatever they might be. And like I said, especially if you are somebody who's planning to do something to do with medicine, with healing, you're really going to be able to help. Maybe with some sort of unique approach over here. But I do get a lot of feminine energy. Unlocking that feminine power, that feminine energy, that feminine creativity. Maybe for some of you, it's about literally helping women that are in distress. Women and children that are in distress. For my lovely gentlemen, what I'm seeing is that you are connecting with a very healthy, divine feminine energy. Incredibly healthy. Might help you heal any issues you might have had with a mother, whether cold or absent or otherwise. But I do get a lot of very healthy, very free love. Love, acceptance, and just allowing people to be the way that they are. It's written in the stars for you to break free and to love. But you do it through a very interesting, very unique, and sometimes incredibly demanding transformation. Because at the end of the day, they're telling me that what you're going to find is the key to everything you wanted is simplicity. I see that you have been tried to to be changed, to be molded. Quite a few of you, especially if you lived in different areas and different cultures, it left its imprint on you. But I feel for a lot of you, you have been lost. Lost. You lost the connection to yourself, you lost the connection to your roots. And for you, the stars are saying, you must first lose yourself before you find yourself. So this is going to be especially resonant with those of you who are now feeling lost and saying, I don't know where to go, what to do. I don't know what sort of man I want or woman I want. I don't know what relationship I want. I don't know what I want to do. That is okay. At least you're not headed in the wrong direction anymore. When you start asking questions, this is an incredibly beautiful period. It means you're already halfway there. It means you're already realizing that what you're doing right now isn't really fulfilling you. And that is fine. Through finding yourself, you're going to help others find themselves too. And I'm getting such a beautiful message over here for those of you who are single, have been single for quite some time, or you're in very, very questionable relationships. I keep on seeing hearts for you. I keep on seeing love. I keep on hearing that word, exist. I exist. So even though for quite a few of you it's very difficult to believe that the person with whom you can be happy exists, there's just this message, I exist. I exist. And I will find you. Just the way that this beautiful wax reconnected with this part that's already dry, that's already settled. A new situation is going to be formed, a new connection is going to be formed that reaches out to you. And notice how it doesn't try to change you, how it just wants to be next to you, how it fits around you. You're meant to experience that you can be loved the way that you are. Even at the time when you're lost, confused, in a shitty mood, when you don't feel your best, when your body is not perfect, when you're having a bad hair day, when you're confused, so on and so forth. The thing is, for you, my darlings, I feel for a lot of you, you might feel uncomfortable being yourself around people. You always had to put on some sort of mask. So it's written in the stars for you to find out who you are without the social masks you had to put on. Without the connection to the people who were toxic to you. It's written in the stars for you to change your mission from doing whatever it takes in order to be loved and accepted to enjoying the freedom of just being you and accepting the fact that you can be loved. Now, another very important thing that comes in with this green part of the candle has to do with cash money. Let's talk about this. Because this comes as late abundance. Late abundance. So even if you're watching this and you've been struggling for years upon years financially, what they're showing me is abundance, wealth. Now, it will come to you in very different ways because this is a general reading, guys. For some of you, you're going to marry rich. For some of you, somebody is going to invest in your business. For others of you, your business is going to really blossom and bloom. For some of you, you're going to open up something. For you, some of you, you're getting inheritance and you're going to be able to invest quite wisely. For some of you, you end up reaching a certain level when it comes to your current career, that you get a lot of bonuses, you get a lot of perks, so on and so forth. But money-wise, they're telling me you're meant to be abundant. It's as if somebody made you feel like, if you're playing fair, you can't get rich, or, that whole thing that it's easier for a camel to walk through, what is it called? Through an ear or of the needle than it is for, a rich man or woman to get into heaven. All of those things that are very, very limiting, incredibly limiting. So you're meant to experience abundance without the fear that somebody might take the money away, that somebody might consider you evil, so on and so forth. You're meant to experience wealth when you're not worried about how you're going to pay rent. You're not worried about how you're going to afford something. You're not counting pennies until payday. And for some of you, this energy of being in abundance, it's an uncomfortable one. You feel like maybe you haven't deserved it or whatever. For a lot of you, like I said, you're meant to experience this calmness in an abundance. That energy of security, stability. And yes, you are going to get quite a lot of haters. It is what it is. But you'll be damned if you do, you'll be damned if you don't. So why not go for it? There's always going to be somebody hating on you. It is what it is. If you stay at your current level or if you excel, can't please everybody. But like I said, you're meant to experience freedom. Freedom. Freedom from other people's opinions of you. Because here with the love that you're going to get, like I said, you're going to get it from different people. You're going to get it from your clients, your subscribers, your partner, your children. The world is going to show you that you can be loved in very different ways. Your spiritual team is going to guide you into places that will feel like a beautiful, soothing, healing balm to your heart, mind, and soul. And again, we have the little heart. Oh, bless, I love it. You will be guided towards people, situations, places that will fill you up with love. And you're truly meant to experience it. I'm seeing a lot of you, you're going to cry. Not because you're sad, but because you're finally relieved. You're finally relieved. And for a lot of you, they're telling me that this energy of anxiety, especially if you're overly anxious, yeah, it's going to subside. You won't have to feel like you have to control the universe every waking moment. What a beautiful energy. What a beautiful connection. It's also written in the stars for you guys to have something to do with the world. With the world. Different locations, different cultures. It's just something that you're meant to experience, because this also has to do with letting go of illusions. Letting go of illusions. Your courage and letting go of illusions. So waking up your courage, allowing yourself to go to a particular place or places, see that it's completely different to what you have been expected. Yeah? Going to a particular place, thinking that it's beautiful, it's great for you, and then becoming so disappointed, just saying, oh my God, this is not for me. That energy of exploration allows you to keep on moving forwards, to keep on exploring, to be brave enough to see that something that you've been expecting to go a certain way doesn't go a certain way. And then, kind of shrug your shoulders and be like, okay, that's it. End of this story, let's move on to the next. And through that energy of exploration, through that energy of allowing yourself to become disappointed with a place, person, career, you're finding what truly works for you. because you are a pathfinder. And once more, they're showing me the energy of abundance. Also, the way that you're going to make your money, it has a lot to do with freedom. Speaking up. Allowing yourself to get creative. Allowing yourself to mix certain things that maybe weren't mixed before. Creating a very specific approach, catering to a particular group of people. But I keep seeing love, guys. That energy of the heart. It's written in the stars for you to be loved and to love. Like maybe people in your family haven't had that experience. Maybe your friends haven't had that experience. And the love that makes you feel like the world is a great place. The love that makes you feel like we can do this. We can do this. Love that withstands the test of time. Then it doesn't matter how old you are. For a lot of you, I'm seeing, guys, you're meant to meet this person with something that has to do with travel, something that has to do with foreign energies. Funny enough, this person might even be from the same city as you, from the same country as you, but as if you have been separated. Separated. And by the time the two of you meet together, you would have done whatever work you needed to do. For some of you, what I'm seeing, because again, this is general reading, guys, but I do have to mention it. For some of you, what I'm seeing is that you are meant to connect and reconnect with a particular person over and over and over again. Interesting. For some of you, it could be a friend. For others of you, this could be a romantic relationship. It's as if your souls are checking in after some time, yeah? So maybe you've been friends first, then you parted ways, then you reconnected again, kind of doing a little bit of a check-in where you guys are at, maybe some sort of fling, some sort of connection, then you are separating again. It feels like for some of you, there's this journey with an important person, but it's not continuous, it kind of comes and goes. But like I said, for some of you, this could be about friendship, an important friend, because, people drift apart. People drift apart, that's okay. But I'm getting, again, somebody, look at this, the pink wax and the green wax. And they're coming together. So it's like you're meant to revisit. And this is also something about giving people second chances, giving yourself a second chance, things that have to do with forgiveness, things that have to do with maturing. But of course, it's something that happens organically. If you have to push it, if you have to force it, not your story. Not your story whatsoever. But if you feel like this is something that's coming from a place of wanting to do this, then it's definitely happening. Now, another thing that's coming up for you, my darlings, it's written for you in the stars. It actually has a lot to do with the stars themselves. Some people might call you a little bit Zululu if you were to tell them, but the right people won't. Because here what I'm seeing is, while you're here in this incarnation, on this planet, as a matter of fact, you have a certain way to connect to different realities, to different energies. Yes, so I'm definitely seeing that you do have psychic gifts. And then it's going to be up to you whether you want to work on them, whether you want to incorporate them into your reality. Up to you. There is no pressure. But it's as if some of you feel that you're from a different place, from a different dimension, from a different time period, from a different galaxy, so to speak. Yeah? And for quite a few of you, if you will want to, you can really open the door to those other dimensions. You might be interested in regression therapy. You might be interested in hypnotherapy. You might be interested in certain rituals that connect you to other energies. Because your ability to do that, your ability to communicate, your ability not to be afraid is something, like I said, that's written in the stars for you. But they're saying it's all about free will. For you, it's all about freedom. It's about the realization that there's no right or wrong way to live your life. It's about what feels right for you. That's it. And simplicity is the key over here. Sometimes not knowing is the best thing that can happen to us, because it creates freedom for a myriad of opportunities. So there's a little bit of a message over here to remind you it's okay not to know sometimes. Because knowledge, most of the time, comes from something we have already experienced. But a completely new experience creates a completely different knowledge. And this is something that is also written in the stars for you guys, because what they're showing me is shackles that you end up breaking. Those shackles of having either A or B or C, yeah? And they're saying it's not a multiple choice. There are many more options than there are letters in the alphabet. And they literally keep showing me the universe. And I will say something else over here, my darlings, that one way or another, it's written in the stars for you to know that this short life that we're given here, it's not the end. It's a part of something else. And that again creates some sort of freedom, some sort of liberty for you to act. To act, to explore, not to take things too seriously. But love is the main thing. That's written in the stars for you guys. All right, my darlings, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're up for a personal reading, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. In that same place, you'll find the link to my Patreon page with over 250 exclusive videos, ad-free content, additional discounts on personal reads, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care of your beautiful selves now. Bye.